What's up, guys? And you saw that right. Ooh, let's focus here. You saw that right. VIP for ICC in the old S13-4. God, she's dirty right now. Sorry for the no post the last Monday and Tuesday. Internet was down. Something with a wire out here. And didn't really have a whole lot of stuff to do. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about VIP at ICC. It's kind of a tongue twister, kind of fun to say. But this will be my second time bringing the 240 there and my second time in the VIP, so I'm really excited about it. The last time I had it would have been not last year, but the year before that. And it was a completely different car. It had different wheels, no vinyl, no wing, interior was different. A lot of stuff different about it. So I'm really excited to bring it there. I'm really excited to see what people think of it now. Couple things catch up on here. Boost controller still off. I couldn't find a fitting, so what I did is I ended up buying another one. Steal the fittings off that for this. And then I'm going to give that boost controller to Jake, and we're going to turn the boost up on the RB20 and his S13 Sylvia. And hopefully he likes that. So that's another video to come. Hopefully that comes pretty quick so we can get that installed on his, get mine fixed, get the boost back up on this, and I don't know, see how many pounds of boost before the RB20 turbo goes kaboom. So, and don't worry, we understand it's gonna blow under because the ceramic wheel under a lot of boost, but it's no big deal. He's got an RB25 turbo that we're either gonna install or we're gonna sell that and buy a billet wheel turbo. That way it's not that ceramic crap. So I don't know, hopefully we get that comes in soon. We can get his stuff figured out and figure out how we're going to do with that. But today I want to talk about reasons everyone should try drifting. I'm not saying everyone's going to love it, like fall in love with it as I did, as a lot of my friends did, but reasons why everyone should try drifting, and I'll guarantee you like it. You might not love it, but you'll like it. So let's go ahead and let's start in on that. Now, just some basics about some simple different stuff, not about the driving experience. It gives you a lot of options to go with how you look for cars. I love the rice look, I'll be honest. A little bit of the rice look. I'll go with a little bit of the rice look. I love the big wings. I love the vinyl. I love the lower-ish. I love the camber. And it gives me that look, and people understand, hey, it's a drift car, so I don't get the questions that I have to answer all the time, like, why can't, why, duh. You know, and, you know, it lets me express kind of how I am with the car without getting the rice questions, I guess. So that's got to be one. Another one I have, the people you'll meet drifting they're incredible people. It's a completely different kind of sport than any other sport I've tried. It's a sport that everyone wants to help. If you break a part and they have one, they'll bring it over to the track. If you break it on track, they'll sell it to you cheap. They'll get it to you. They'll overnight it if they have to. All they want is they want to see you do good. They want to see the car do good. And they just want some good, fun tandems. They want somebody to ride the door with. It's a sport that everybody wants to grow, and everyone's going to help with. No one has a bad attitude. I have yet to meet somebody who drifts that I've met on track, or I've even met online, that has a bad attitude towards one another with drifting. And I mean, you do have your guys. It's just like, I'm not going to say it's completely gone, like every sport has those guys, the ones that are, oh, well, you use this cheap part, or oh, you use that cheap part, or, you know, you'll always have those. But the majority of it, and the majority of what I've met, everyone I've met actually in person, you know, they just want to help. They want to see you succeed, and they'll do whatever they can to help you. Another reason I love it, I mean, it looks cool. I mean, it's the looks factor, the looks of the driving, the looks of the smoke. It's a sport that it's intriguing. It's fun to watch. Drag racing is one thing, you know, but you know it gets tiresome seeing the same cars, you know, go down the strip. NASCAR is another thing. You know, everybody has their niche, but what I love about drifting is it's fun to watch. It's a fun spectator sport. You have all those race scenes that are fun to drive in, and don't get me wrong, they're fun to drive in, but it's a whole other thing when it's cool to watch. And I mean, drifting is definitely one that's fun to watch. You know what's really scary? Oh God, it's gone. Where'd it go? There's a big behemoth spider up here mid-video, and it killed another behemoth. God, where is it? I don't want to die. I found it. Look at him. Oh God. He's massive. Well, let's see if I die. Got a can of Raid here. Give her a spritzer so we can finish this video without dying. Mid-video I saw this thing. I was like, oh God. Ah, shit. I think it went down. Oh God. It was big. Look at it. Jesus. Something else. I mean, drifting is a not only a spectator sport, but it's a sport. It's a driving that you don't need a lot of power. You can have. I've seen people do it in 90 horsepower Miatas. I've seen people do it in, you know, 6, 7, 800 horsepower. You know, GTOs. I've seen a GTO, G8, LS turbo swapped or supercharged swapped 240s. And the guy who's in the 90 horsepower slays just as much as the high horsepower other cars. And it's a driver sport. The car is one thing, but the driver can do it no matter what it is. I'm not going to say it's a cheap sport, but that's another thing. It's a cheaper sport. You don't need to buy the most expensive X, Y, and Z. I am a perfect example of it. I use a lot of takeoff tires from dealerships around here, and luckily Jake works at one and I get them for free. But I mean, a lot of these are just free tires that I ended up getting. Now some of these, you know, my steer tires, these are what I run. These are Federal 595 RSs. This is what I run on the steers. You know, these I spent some money on, and these are my old front. These are some Falcons. But tires like this, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new ones of them, and then I got some Nankings up there in the corner. Those are just some ones I found at Walmart, and if you go to Walmart and you look on the clearance on the tires, I picked those up for like $30 a tire. Some of them were like 20 bucks a tire. And I mean, it's I haven't used them yet, so I don't know how they are, but they got to be better than a Takeoff. You know, and that's another. It's not the most expensive thing to get into, but it's not the cheapest either. I'm not gonna fool you there. It gets more expensive as you progress, but getting into it on a cheap side, pick up a rear-wheel drive manual and drive it to the track. You started drifting. And then, you know, as you progress and your car becomes more extreme, you know, you take out your AC, you put in your 5-points, set of your regular seatbelts, your harness, your cage. You lower it, you get for different wheels, you swap it, more power, up the boost, lower reliability. That's when you're going to have your issues. That's when you know you're going to trailer it to the track and stuff like that. But getting into it, it's not that expensive. It doesn't have to be expensive. You can make it expensive, but it doesn't have to be. And find the joy you get out of the adrenaline rush. Each run is an adrenaline rush. I mean, it's not like racing, where you're just, you know, you're racing a time, or you're racing a car, but you can't, you know, you're not close to them. You know, it comes with its fears. You can crash. You can hit a wall. You can hit a barrier. You can hit the track. You can hit another car. It's cool because you have to have so much trust in the other driver, the driver that's following you or in front of you. You have to have so much trust in that driver, and that's where the closeness and the tight-knit community becomes such a big part. Because if you don't trust your who's in front of you or behind you, and they might be a bad driver, you're going to have dents, you're going to have broken fenders, you're going to have, you know, all that. And that's going to come with the territory. That's going to come with drifting. And that's okay. You know, parts are expensive. You know, when you get your building, you know, when you want to do your wide body, your side skirts, fenders and stuff like that. Again, that's not, it doesn't have to be. You get as much out of it as you put into it. And I don't know, it's just the feeling, it's one of those hard to describe feelings when you're drifting. But every run is different. You can always feel comfortable, I guess, but it's never comfortable. You're always driving on the edge. You're always trying to find that line, and you find your line this week, but next event, in 2 weeks or whatever, that old line, you rode it, now you want to push it further. You want more angle, you want more speed, you want to get closer. And, you know, it's a never-ending cycle where you're getting closer and closer and closer to the edge. You find the edge, and then the edge moves, so then you want to get closer to that edge. But, you know, I'm rambling at this point. It's one of those things. Get out and try it. Get yourself a rear-wheel drive. Get yourself a manual rear-wheel drive. And just go have fun. Whether it's a parking lot, whether it's a driveway, anything like that. It's a fun spectator sport. It's fun to watch. It's even better to do. It doesn't have to be expensive. It's cool to look at. The cars are cool. The cars are awesome. Low horsepower, high dollar, low dollar. Budget, no budget. It's fun to do. Get out and do it. Get out and have fun. Till next time, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Keep on sliding.